The gun clicked before anyone realized it was real. In the middle of the glass-walled boardroom, surrounded by polished tables and silent executives, a trembling voice shouted, "Don't move or she dies." The words cut through the air like ice, and every breath in the room froze. The little girl stood near the door, her small hand locked in her father's, her eyes wide with fear. The man holding the gun was shaking, but the threat was clear. And in that terrifying moment, the single dad did something no one expected. He smiled gently at his daughter and said, calmly, "Sweetheart, look at me." Everyone thought he was crazy. The CEO, a powerful man who had built an empire from nothing, stared in disbelief. Security was already edging closer, panic flashing across faces, but the father raised his free hand slightly, asking for time. His voice was steady, warm, almost peaceful. "I won't move," he said to the gunman, "but neither will you. Because this isn't how your story ends." The words were soft, yet they landed heavy in the silence. The gunman blinked, confused by the lack of fear, by the calm that felt almost contagious. The father's name was Daniel. He had once been an engineer in the same company, laid off during a cold winter when profits mattered more than people. His wife had died 2 years earlier, and every morning since then had been a battle to keep his daughter smiling. He knew fear. He lived with it every day. But he also knew love, and that love had taught him something powerful. Panic only steals time, but calm can give it back. So he stayed still, speaking slowly, reminding the gunman that someone, somewhere, still cared about him. The CEO watched the scene unfold, his heart pounding harder than any business deal ever had. He had always believed strength meant control, pressure, and quick decisions. But now he was seeing a different kind of strength. Daniel's daughter squeezed his hand, and he squeezed back, grounding himself in that simple connection. He spoke about ordinary things, about building Lego towers on the kitchen floor, about how his daughter laughed when they fell. The gunman's breathing began to slow. His grip loosened, just a little. Minutes felt like hours, but slowly, the tension shifted. The gun lowered. Tears streamed down the gunman's face as the weight of what he had almost done crushed him. Security moved in carefully, and the danger dissolved like a bad dream at sunrise. When it was over, the room remained silent, but it was a different silence now. Heavy, thoughtful, changed. The CEO approached Daniel, his voice unsteady. "How did you do that?" he asked. Daniel looked down at his daughter, brushing hair from her face. "When you have nothing left to lose," he said softly, "you learn what truly matters." That moment stayed with the CEO long after the boardroom emptied. He rehired Daniel. He changed policies. He listened more. And the company, once driven only by numbers, began to breathe again. Years later, Daniel's daughter would barely remember the fear, but she would always remember her father's calm. She would remember that love can stand still in the middle of chaos and turn danger into hope. And for everyone who heard the story, it became a reminder that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is not to run, not to fight, but to stay, to speak gently, and to believe that even in the darkest moment, humanity can still win.